時の炎。はっはっはっと。
おい、そく。よっ、お。は、いやや。よっ、ここ。
参る。はっ、炎の盾、助立ち参上。
おい、た。よし。お。やっほー。
それ。やっ、5時の炎。はっ、せい。風の歌、雲の行くごと。
おい。お。た。は。よ。おい。は。ふう。
火に気をつけろ。助立ち参上。
はっ。た。よ。ほ。やっほー。よ。た。さよなら。ふう。ほな。行くで。姿を。
最後の警告だ。はっ、
火の用心。そりゃ。銀魚やで。やっ。へい。せい。ふっ。へい。
この裁きを受けてこい。動くな。欲張れ。嫌い出発じゃ。
お嬢様の仰せのままに。
花火見いひん。へいや。やっ。さあ、はあ。はっ。え。さき。
最後の警告だ。
却下す。炎の盾、俺が守るよ。よっ。やっ、ちょっと。ふっ。はっ。と、はっ。ちょっと。ふっ。やっ。権限、ここより登る。貫こう。火に気をつけろ。ほい。はっ。はっ。権限、炎の盾、助立ち参上。せい。さ。と。ふっ。ちょっ。せい。さ。はっ。はっと。やっと。ふっ。さ。と。落ちるがいい。貫こう。火に気をつけろ。ふっ。はっ。ちょっ。
管理します。
テア
霧となって散りなさい。注目、君にそっちあれ。
やるか。
清掃を開始。我に光を。出発。最高。ザブザブサメ君アタック。つれづれなるままに日暮らし、すずりに向かいて。浮世の風景は幾千年も変わらないという。人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように儚。 星と深淵を無事今日の星と深
慣れない土地では地元のガイドを雇った方がいいぞ。ハゲモはまた たどこをほっつき歩いてんだ。
この同点も同点についての
mean, they did this before too. They had a similar event, but I mean, I wasn't like perfect in every single one. That one I was. I think this one I let a few people. This one was kind of weird. Like I wasn't sure how I was supposed to pop the shields, and I thought I did the right element, or then I ran out of stuff. So yeah, this one I let like one or two in. I think this one I let one in because I was stupid, but this one is actually pretty easy because like they give you so many piercing rounds, so it's just like just blast them with piercing rounds, just keep shooting. But yeah, there are some elements where it's like the ricochet. You have to be pretty fast at thinking that because like especially for this one, it's like it's all about the ricochet. So you have to be able to be like, okay, cool. Like when there were multiple panels on either side, you think, oh, okay, I'm gonna do the farther away panel to like ricochet, but it's like no, actually, what you want to do is you want to do the closer one, which will then ricochet to the smaller one, which will then bounce into the center and get a bunch. That's there was like two rounds of enemies that was basically like that, where it was like, yeah, you had to focus on those ones, and then you just have to make sure to swap to the right element for the most part. Although in that one, it was just mostly pierce. Like they just give you so many piercing, and like you can see by how little shots, other shots. Yeah, it was a nice little thing. I liked it the first time too. I forget how they've changed it. I think the Ricochet ones is new. But yeah, I do like the little random stuff. How they bring back events and all that. But they still, but they bring back events, like they bring back the types of events, but they rarely ever just like bring it back in a way that's just like, oh yeah, this is quite literally the exact same event. So they always do like put a little spin on it. So even if you have been playing for a long time, it's still a little different, which is cool. And but if you're new, then yeah, it's a new event. And actually, I just realized I was like, oh, I'll just do the event. And I'm like, oh shit, it's the 26th, isn't it? God damn it! I have to do my Imaginarium as well at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I don't. I might. I just hop on the treadmill and do it while I do that. I mean, it depends on if you've been doing stuff. Like, obviously, there are some things that like like combat events often are somewhat similar. Um, but like even like the movie event where we had to like splice together a movie, we had kind of done that when Fontaine first came out. I don't think I think it was part of the Carnival event. I don't think it wasn't exactly the same, but it did have the same kind of theme. But like or like you could think of it like the fungus event too. Like so the recent thing we had where it was like, oh, you select your team members, and before that was just all you could choose were fungus, the fungi buddies. That's it. That's all you could be, and you could only be fungus. But then they were like, oh, actually, we're gonna redo this, and we're gonna make it so that you can select not just the fungus, but also the um, not just the fungus, but you could also summon like humans and the saurians and all that stuff. So like, but the actual like battle itself was pretty much the same. Yeah. Oh, 5.5. Okay. So so they have rehashed some events, but they it's rarely like identical. And even for the combat event ones where it's like, oh, you fight this big monster in an arena, it's like, oh yeah, it's just a boss rush type thing where it's like, oh yeah, you just fight this monster in a certain amount of time. Like they change who the boss is, or you fight, which makes sense because obviously, like they put enough time usually between the events that they've introduced new content, so they just have the newer bosses and stuff like that. So, like, So even if it's like, oh, it's this exact same type of combat event, because the bosses inside are different, everything feels different. And I think there was another. But yeah, and they do it fairly far enough apart. It's rarely ever like, oh yeah, we have an event, and then like 6 months later, it's usually like a year or two before something. You might see something that's like, oh yeah, I remember that, or like, oh yeah, they did this. They introduced this. They introduced an event like this in Fontaine. They introduced an event like this in like Sumeru and stuff, and now they're bringing it back for another. Like the Theater Mechanicus stuff has kind of evolved over time. Like Theater Mechanicus, like there's been a Theater Mechanicus type event like pretty much every year. Yeah. So like not only is it the bosses, but then there's the buffs, and sometimes they fiddle around with what the buffs are, which so it's not even like the same exact buffs as the previous iteration. But like yeah, Theater Mechanicus changed before you set your it was a tower defense essentially, and you set your nodes, which you could purchase by defeating monsters. So it's like you can only set up a few nodes to start with, and then monsters just come down a path, and you could go in there to trigger. You could choose nodes that could trigger their own elemental effects, but you could also yourself trigger elemental effects, although not very well. It was more because like most of the damage came from the nodes, and then it was just like you set it with you not being on the field, and then it was like, oh, okay, well now you're actually just like putting move like now you're choosing monsters, yeah, and now it's tower defense, but you're choosing monsters on either side, so you're choosing groups of monsters. It's like, oh, on your side, I'm going to set these monsters down, and then they're going to go forward, and the enemy's monsters are going to come downwards. And it's like they will fight when they hit each other, and you have to go further, and you actually have to get enemy nodes so you could progress further. Like if you defeat one of their nodes, you could now place monsters in that area. So basically, as you're going up further, when your monsters die, you can place new ones further up as you go. And then basically they turned that into the kind of event we had recently, where it was like you set up your base. Like against other people, you set up your own base you set up your own monsters at certain locations, and then enemies would have to like set their monsters around your base to try to take your base and destroy everything. Well, basically that was like the next iteration from that. So it's kind of like changed a lot. I mean, at its core, it's kind of just been a tower defense game. So you could just say, yeah, like that Theater Mechanicus is kind of like Genshin's take on tower defense, but they've just been changing it fairly frequently. I actually do kind of miss the original Theater Mechanicus. I kind of liked that version. I kind of hope they bring the original version back as well, but I'm fine with them iterating on it and making it more interesting each time. Although, actually, to be fair, I didn't really like the most recent one, where it was like, oh yeah, you had to like set your monsters. You only have a certain number of monsters, and so you have to like set them at certain locations to try to. Because like before, the original one was just purely like, it's just you had nodes, and your towers, triggered certain effects. So you could use an Anemo tower, which would do swirl. You could choose a pyro tower, which would do high damage and also apply fire. And then if you had like a water one, could slow them down. And same for cryo. But then now you could react. So if you had a cryo and a pyro together, you could trigger melt. And if an enemy was like a slime, you could trigger an elemental effect with them. So it was kind of like, it was a lot more strategic. And well, actually, I wouldn't say more strategic. Because like basically, once they kind of went away from that and went to like monsters, they added extra layers of complexity, which just kind of made it confusing. So it was like, oh, hey, do you have are your monsters this squad type? Where it's like, oh yeah, you have 4 units within this. Like you purchase this one unit, but there's actually 4 enemies within it. And so like they do a lot. They're attacking 4 times at once. So it's like a lot of little tiny hits. So it's like, do you have a squad type? Do you have the single strong type? Do you have a range type? Do you have a flying type? That type of stuff. And then, or no, it was like squad, single target, and something else. But then on top of that, you had, oh, I'm a melee fighter, I'm a ranged fighter, I'm a flying fighter, and it's like you have to like manage. So you could have a squad flying, you could have squad melee, you could have squad ranged. But then you could also just have like a single target. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be one strong ranged attacker, or one strong, so stuff like that. And it's like trying to manage that because then there was always like counterplay between everything. So like there was counterplay between. So the squad type did really well against the single target enemies because the single enemies could only attack one enemy at a time. So while it's an enemy attack relatively slowly. So while it kills one of your squad members, your 4 squad members are attacking it, and then when one squad member dies, the other 3 are still attacking. So you'll basically Zerg rush them and mob them down. And like ranged, and for the range type had an advantage against flying. Flying had an advantage against melee because melee couldn't attack flying, and melee had an advantage against range because they're usually weaker. So it was all this like counterplay, but it was counterplay between the squad, like the type of mod, like are you a squad, are you single target? There was like counterplay between that. There was counterplay between melee ranged that. So it's like 2 levels of like basically rock paper scissors going on. So you have to like manage all of that, and that just became really kind of confusing for me because sometimes it didn't, and like and it was also like all AI. So it's like it's always just like you set your squads down, and then it's just like their AI just goes, and you just kind of have to rely on them. And like there were definitely times, especially in the most recent one, where we were doing something like a book, where we're like progressing our squad through a book-like thing, where it's like, oh yeah, do you pick up a buff? Do you have to fight? That type of shit. And you had like Saurians. You could pick between Saurians or humans or fungus or yeah. And the most recent tower defense was you had to go against the NPCs against certain specific challenges. So it's like, okay, here's your challenge events. But then there was also a multiplayer mode, which gave you some points too, where you set up your own base, and then you create your own thing. So you set up your own base, and when you go into multiplayer mode, then they try to attack your base while you try to attack their base. So like you'll attack the base that they previously set up, and say they had the same kind of thing too, is where it's like you could kind of guide the AI. That one was relatively simplistic with its AI, and it's like, okay, cool. But then there are some times where it's like, oh, I should have the advantage, but because your characters move in a stupid way, or because like you maybe anticipated how they'd act when you first place them, like you still get screwed because like they didn't act exactly how you wanted, or after they defeat the first target, then they go off and do something that you didn't anticipate, and it's like, shit. So it's interesting, but also kind of like annoying because it's like it's hard to anticipate exactly how they're going to act in all instances, which could then lead you to getting screwed. So yeah, that's kind of what I think about it. I think it's fine. Like it's not like I dislike it or anything like that. But like I did get kind of frustrated in that book one where we're going through, and it's like you pick allies, and like I see my guys aiming and shooting, but then they like literally miss. So they're shot like because the other guy was like in a mid animation, like this jumping animation or something. Because they were in that animation, my shot from a distance missed, and it's like it really kind of sucks when you like oh, I should have an advantage because I'm a single target, and they're like I'm the thing that like I'm the type that has an advantage against that, but then when your actual like shot goes out, you miss, and you're just like, well, fuck, and then you die because it's like, yep, you missed your one shot, and then you got swarmed immediately after, and like if you were able to take them out, and then there was always like some weird stuff where where the Animo thing, that like huge Animo monster that like groups them all together and like slams down and stuff. Anytime I used it, it was shit. Like it just never fucking did anything. It died instantly. But anytime the enemy used it, it would always suck every single one of my guys and just murder them instantly. And it's just like, I just do not get this. It's like every time I'm thinking, oh well, it looks really good. Like they keep fucking me over with it, so I try using it, and then it just gets dead instantly before it can even do one single attack. Yeah, the Eye of the Storm. It was just like, holy shit, it was annoying. Because it's like it fucks over my team every single time, It appears I would never be able to kill it before it does like 1 or 2 attacks, and so that would just group up all my guys, even if they're on the outer edge of the arena, for like they're ranged attackers from the outer edge of the arena. My ranged guys would never attack it first. It would still suck them into the center and slam down. And then if I ever tried to use it, I would get instantly killed. I was like, what the fuck? So I did find that frustrating. And it's just like, it's all AI stuff. And it's like you're just placing units and you're just hoping they do what you want them to do, but then, you know, you can get screwed. So I kind of like the original Theater Mechanicus simply because it was just more simplistic. So, like, it was definitely more predictable. So, I do get that, like, it's not super replayable at that point because it's like, well, sure, you're setting your nodes down and enemies are coming through, and you can make it more, like, complicated and difficult by adding more enemies, but, like, you can't make it too hard because then people, like, rage quit and stop. So, like, I get it. I understand, kind of, that it does have to evolve. Like, you can't just do the same event. It is pretty simplistic, and they've added enough complexity and that kind of complexity does increase, like, replay value. And then with its, like, roguelike elements of, like, where, like, the buffs you get can dictate, you know, battle and stuff like that. But it definitely does still make it frustrating, where it's like, yeah, just because of bad luck, you don't get the buffs you needed, and so then you know, are unsuccessful and stuff like that. So, like, it's that kind of stuff where it feels outside of your agency, where it's like, oh, I'd love to have done well, but I got really unlucky with my buffs. Like, I didn't get the buffs I needed, so, whoops, I'm dead. So, like, that kind of stuff sucks a little bit. Like, I do like my player agency. I do like it when, like, the success of something is up to me, and if I fuck up, then, yeah, sure. I'm fine failing if I mess up, but it's like, if I'm failing because I just didn't get lucky and I didn't get the buff I needed, because like my best run I think was like this one fungus run, because I got the fungus flag where it was like, yeah, it treats, or no, I got a buff where it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna treat you as if no, I got a buff that allows me to have 5 fungus, which is like definitely makes a difference. Oh shit, what did I get? Did I not crit any of my hits? God damn, it sucks. Jesus Christ, I didn't even crit that either. Jesus. Yeah, it's like I got the buff where it's like, oh, you can use an extra fungus, but you can only have like 1 less equipment. Which later doesn't matter because later you get enough buffs to give you bonus equipment. Like slimes used to only have like 1 piece of equipment, so it's like, oh, fungus could only have 1 piece of equipment, so it was like you could have 5 fungus, but you couldn't equip them with anything, which is like, okay, but having a 5th was just super fucking helpful. And it was like that buff was just like so insanely powerful. It's like, yeah, like your success basically was determined by, did you get that buff to allow you to have 5 slimes? Because 1 or 5 of any type of monster, because it increases the amount of buffs you can get. So like if you have 5 of something, you get a party-wide buff that would like be insanely helpful. And then you could also get the flag, which brings up another tier, and I think that's what I got. I was using fungus. I was able to use 5 fungus at the same time, and then I got the fungus flag, which then allowed me to get the maximum tier buff, which is like gives me health back like every few seconds or something like that. It was insanely useful. And then I tried again because I think I was going for points or something for the event, and I didn't get that buff, so I could only have 4 units on the field. And then I did get flags, but there were flags for the other parties. For the party, I think I was trying Saurians or something, and it was like flags for the other units. I'm like, well, that's not fucking helpful. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? You know, like, and it just kind of sucks. Where it's just like, great, like I could have been successful, but I got fucked outside of my couldn't like it's not up to me. Like realistically, it should have been like, oh, we're only going to give you a flag that could actually benefit you. But it's like, oh no, like I'm a team of like humans, or I was a team of Saurians or something, and they gave me the slime flag, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Like, it'd be one thing if I could like trade it. It's like, oh, you got the slime flag, okay, well you can like here's a shop where you can trade your slime flag for a flag of your choice. But no, you just don't get shit like that. And so I never really liked that. And I mean, it's classic roguelike. Like that's the whole point of roguelikes. It's like, oh yeah, you just keep you got fucked like that, go again. You go again, try for a better buff. But it's like that's boring for me because it's like you're just doing the same thing over again and hoping that something outside of your control helps you out. Which is like great, cool, but like I'd rather be able to control that a little bit more. It was the semi-recent one in Sumeru. It was the one kind of like Theater Mechanicus where it's like you were going through a book and you had events going throughout the book, but combat was like you're getting units and then you place the units at the start of combat. You place your 4 units down. Yeah, you place your 4 units down. Like you see the enemy placement, so you place your units down, and then your units and their units just fight each other. You can't really control it at that point. But each unit you could equip them with gear, and if you get duplicates of units, it could upgrade their rank and star rank and all that shit. And so basically, it's just how far into the book could you get. But the problem with it is like because it's obviously a roguelike mode where it's like it really depends on the buffs you get. There definitely were times where you just got absolutely screwed, where it's just like, goddamn, like the only reason you're, and like I still did it. I still got all the max rewards because it wasn't super difficult, but like it was just like you just had to go an extra time because you got unlucky and didn't get as far. But like picking the right units or placing them in the right spot and like giving them the right equipment like that is something that you can control, but like the other buffs that really matter for how far you can get were just complete like because basically the buff that allows you to use 5 units at once, that was like that's key. You have to get that one, and then you have to get the flag for the unit type that you've chosen because you never ever get it early enough to the point where you'd be like, oh shit, I got the slime flag, I'm just gonna swap over to slimes now. It's like no, you get it like when you're near the end of the fucking battle. You get it when you're near the end of the book, and you're just like, well, shit. Like I've invested so heavily into all these units. Like I got a bunch of 3 stars. Like I can't fucking swap now. Yeah. Generally, I'm like that too. I mean, the events are not very that difficult. So, but like for the challenging ones where it's like, oh hey, yeah, you get this like, it's a combat one where it's like to get all the rewards you need to like do really well for that final little non-Primo Gem one. If it's like that and I just don't like the combat event, I'll just be like, fuck it, I'll just get the Primo Gem ones because they're usually just like, oh yeah, you do normal, hard. Like if you do normal and hard mode, then boom, that's enough. But you could do dire mode for like some extra crystals and money. I'm like, if I don't like the event, I just won't do it. They didn't introduce a new one, right? Probably next patch we're going to get some new echoes. I don't like it. I did it once and haven't done it again. There's my best record. Bronze for 19 seconds. Like, I should go back. Oh, wow, it's 2 days. Shit. I really should go back, I guess. It's... Like realistically, I treat it kind of like Spiral Abyss. Like, I don't ever really do Spiral Abyss. Like I got the 12th floor, so I could get the achievement for it, and then I haven't really ever gone back. And they've made it easier, so I could go back. And like realistically, it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, floors 9 and 10 are easy. Like I could do floors 9 and 10, no problem. I should, but honestly, I just haven't even thought to go back to it. Like. I see it there. It was always like, oh, I had so much time left on it. So I was like, oh, I have so much time. I'll just do it whenever. But it's like the same thing for like Spiral Abyss. It's like it does give you Primogems. I should at the very least do floors 9 and 10, but I just don't like being timed for anything. I hate being timed. And then I saw that not only is it timed, but you start with 0 energy, which is like, oh my god, that just feels like such shit. It feels like such shit to start at 0 energy. Because it's just like, oh great, awesome. So like the first 10 to 20 seconds, it's just gonna feel terrible while I just swap between characters doing their skills until finally I have enough energy to actually do something. I just never really liked that. Now there's some characters that are fine without energy at the start, like Arlecchino's fine without energy. Yeah, I never really cared about 36 starring. I was just doing it for the there's a there's an achievement card here, I think, for one of these early ones where it's like, yeah, you had to beat floor 10 or something. For this one? One of these was like, oh yeah, beat floor. I forget which one it was. Oh yeah, here it was. Probably this one, right? Yeah, clear floor 12. And as you can see, I've cleared it once. I cleared it once 4 years ago, and never again. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's only like super hard difficulties, and I don't even know. Like I do like the concept of weapon skins. Like the concept of weapon skins was really good. Oh, I can't see it from here, I guess. But honestly, when I wanted weapon skins, I wanted the ability to just be like, oh, I have a weapon. But I actually like the appearance, like, let's say on the Traveler, right? That looks good on her. That looks kind of good. Looks kind of cool, too. But, like, even this one, this was the PlayStation one, like, that looked pretty cool. The skins disappear as well? Oh, I thought the skins were permanent. Oh, if the skins disappear, this weapon skins disappear, then that's absolute trash. I thought they were like permanent skins. It was like, here's this Stygian onset skins, and so you can like build up skins and stuff. Because like the skins I wanted was just like, oh, I have this weapon. It looks really good on them. Like I think Child was a good example. Child looked really good with the Rust. So like this is like I think one of his best in slot weapons, as well as the Polar thing. But like this matches very, very well with him. Like this looks really, really good. Like this is the kind of weapon. If I could pick, I would be like, yes, I want a weapon skin so that he could just look like he's wearing this at all times because it matches him so well. But it's also again, it's just not a bad weapon for him. It's a good 4-star alternative for him. But like realistically, if you have another bow, a 5-star bow, it's just better to do that just for the stats alone. And so that's the tough thing. Maybe for the 5-star, maybe the 5-star are permanent ones and the 4-star aren't. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I heard some bad stuff about it. That might have been what it was about. But yeah, it just like I just wanted skins where it's like, hey, if I have a weapon, let me wear that weapon's appearance regardless of what weapon I actually have equipped to the character. Because there are some characters that like, and especially because they have so many interesting like 4-star, like they have this, like this looks interesting, but sometimes like it just doesn't match some characters or like this is technically you get this for Kazuha's event, but this is absolutely shit for Kazuha. Like it's a really bad weapon for Kazuha. You'd never ever want to have Kazuha equipped with that. So if you wanted to be like RP as Kazuha after he's like helped resolve his past history and shit, and give him that sword. Yeah, it is dumb. Like you should never remove rewards ever. But yeah, there's some interesting, funny looking weapons. It would be nice if you could just equip their appearance and just restrict it to be like, yeah, like you can wear the appearance of any weapon you've gotten before. Like this. I'm never going to equip this fish on somebody, but it'd be funny if I could. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too concerned. I've always said Honkai Star Rail does it much better, the way they do artifact farming. And they're, like, re-rolling and customizing new artifacts. Honkai Star Rail is just better in every single regard. Yeah. Like, I would never equip this for real, but it'd be funny if I could just, like, equip the appearance for it. And, like, this, too. It's like, you get this, and it's like, it's a funny little cardboard weapon, but it's not a great weapon. Like, it's not a super strong weapon. Like the fish one? The fish one was an old event, so you can't get it anymore. I think the cardboard one... Is the cardboard one part of the... Is the cardboard part of the side quest, or was that also an event one? I think this was also an event one. Same for this. This looks really pretty. I think it was one of the Windbloom event. So it's like you get these weapons, and especially for like the seasonal ones. Well, I understand the basic concept of it. It's like, oh, okay, if you make these skins, now it depends on how they implement it. So, like, if it's just them resetting the skins, and then next Stygian Onslaught, it's the same skins, then that's fucking lazy. That's like, hey, we couldn't think of anything, so we're just gonna remove it. So you have to work hard each time, which is like, that would work in an MMO, because there would definitely be people who would get it in an MMO. And I understand, like, you want to give people a challenge for the people who, have put money into the game, because like there have always been people right from the very beginning who've complained that there's no end game content. So it's like, okay, I get it. I understand. I understand their point where it's like, cool, now they have a super challenging mode, and you have to give some reward for it. So it's like, cool. So you want to give some sort of meaningful reward. And because that was the first one, I just assumed that they'd have a new skin for every single Stygian Onslaught, and you would just unlock it permanently. So it's like, cool. You did the first one, you got the 4-star skin, you got the 5-star skin, nice. Then next patch would be a completely new one. And they should do new ones every single time. It should just be like, yes, you lost the ability to get those skins because we've introduced new skins. If you have them, you can still keep them, but now there's new ones. Because one, it keeps people playing and doing stuff. Two, there's rewards for doing the hardest of content, and because especially because it's content designed around like whaling. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. If the reset is just so they can reuse the same skins, then that's super fucking lazy. Because like the only people getting those 5-star skins are going to be the people who've put like thousands of dollars into their account. Yeah. And at the very least, you should never reset them. Like, you should never remove a player's progress, ever. You should never, like, a video game and developers should never take away something that a player has earned. Unless it's, like, designed around it. Like, and, like, even, like, for, like, roguelikes, right? Like if you think of Vampire Survivors, sure, whatever power-ups you got as doing a Vampire Survivors run, you lose those powers. But you're accruing coins, and those coins can allow you to get a permanent buff for all players in all subsequent runs, where it's like, oh, I've increased my power, I've increased like this and that. Like, removing the skins would be like saying, oh yeah, you beat this roguelike run, but we're going to take away 500 coins because you did really well. It's like, well, that fucking sucks. Like, it should always be progressive. And it's fine if you want to FOMO it and be like, oh, yes, if you really like these skins, you have to do them during this Stygian Onslaught. Sure, that's normal. Gacha games do their FOMO stuff. But yeah, like this weapon. Like this weapon, I'd probably never equip it. It's like, who cares? Oh, I guess I did give it to Ian's son because I don't give a shit about her. She's not even built. But like, this is a fun weapon. It'd be nice if I could use its appearance for other characters. Yeah. I did see that. It's 2 days. 2 days and 14 hours. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously designed for Ian Sun because, like, it's the movement speed. But, like, realistically, it's the kind of thing where if you eventually get a 5-star weapon, you just equip the 5-star weapon. Like, she's up here, so I haven't built her yet. Like, this one would be kind of good for her. If you're going to build her with Elemental Mastery. I forget what she actually needs for it. This could be kind of interesting for her. But generally, yeah, you just want a 5-star weapon if you can. But there are definitely instances where you like, the events are giving you these weapons, and, like, you know, they work for some characters, but some are just like, meh. No, then yeah, then and then presumably the attack scaling is based on her attack. So you'd want to give her, like, you might even consider just giving her the primordial Jadewing Spear just simply because it has the highest base attack for the spear. So it's the biggest base attack increase you get for. But yeah. So, but, like, there are some weapons that are just, like, silly, like the Sea Lord. I mean, this one's kind of nice. I think this one kind of works for Shenhe, but, like, or like this, the Sword of Nor Crescent. Like, who's ever gonna fucking use this ever? Like, come on, no one's gonna use it. But it looks so cool. Like, I would equip this on the Traveler, no problem. Like, I'd want this appearance for the Traveler. Okay, Vishnu Netzel. I mean, it's 27% of her attack. I don't see any. Yeah, it's 27%, but I mean, it's still a percentage of her attack. I don't see a limit. Oh, I see max. Oh, I see max attack. Yeah. Obviously, as it levels up, it'll go up. I can't see what it was, but okay. But then you could just calculate it. You could be like, oh, okay, if it goes up to like 35% and like 700, oh, okay, obviously 2100 attack would be a max. I could check it out, but yeah, it is a little silly because they definitely do give good. They do give interesting weapons for the events, and they have so many weapons for the events, but, like, a lot of them will just not be as good as, like, 5-star versions. So eventually you'll get 5-star weapons or other 4-star weapons that'll just be better, so that you just don't want to use the weapons, but they look really interesting, and they go through it. I don't have Oresa, so I. Oh yeah. I knew that she was an overload group, but, like, this one too. Like, I don't think this is super good. Yeah, there are some interesting weapons where it's like, oh man, like, that's a cool weapon, but it's not great. And it would be nice if you had the freedom to just be like, oh, actually, this weapon looks really cool. I want to equip it on this character. Like, Ayaka is a good example of it. Like, I probably would. I mean, I don't have her 4-star weapon because I gave it to Keqing. It looks better on Keqing. This is Ayaka's weapon. But this weapon looks so good on Fontanian Ayaka. But I would love to get a better a proper 5-star weapon for her, but still keep the skin and use the skin over my Ayaka. It looks so good on her. So that's what I was kind of hoping they would do for weapon skins, but then they did Stygian Onslaught, and they're like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, yeah, and I mean, for the most part, most elements do kind of match their color scheme, so it's not a huge issue. And I mean, I do like the fact that they added new ones because that's kind of cool. I mean, I think that weapon just looks too good on her. I would probably not. I would probably not replace anything because it's such a good looking weapon on her. But so I'm fine with them like adding it. It's like, oh, cool, Stygian Onslaught. We're gonna add these new weapon skins. But at the same time, I kind of hope that they just allow us the ability to use the appearance of weapons we already own. Because like that's kind of what they did for Envision Echoes, where they're like, hey, yeah, we have a bunch of old characters. We're gonna add this cool little effect on them now. And so I was kind of hoping they would do something like that for, where it's like to try to revitalize all your weapons. Because like you typically would still want a limited character's 5-star weapon because one, it's usually designed for them, so it looks best on them. But there are some times where you just like don't like it as much as other things. Like I don't think the Polar Star looks that good on Tartaglia, but the rest does. So I just still want to have that option. I think she did. Hers did. Well, for 4 stars, 4 stars don't have like matching weapons. I mean, Yoimiya's weapon kind of matches. All right, no, sorry, I was totally wrong. Forgot. Yeah, that's her weapon. Fuck yeah, yeah. I mean, that was the other thing too. Is that Ayaka, like this, the Thundering Pulse and Ayaka's weapon were like very electro based, but then they're just like, yeah, but we're gonna put them on pyro and electric characters, or we're gonna put them on a pyro and cryo character, where it's like, what, why? So that was kind of weird, and then 4 stars rarely ever have a matching thing, and like the weapon they gave for Kazuha, I mean, even this doesn't really match with him. Like this doesn't match with him, even if you give this like. I guess the color scheme, the color matches with like this actually looks good on him, but the actual weapon itself is shit for him. It's like, why would you want something that boosts his attack? Like, you want something that boosts his energy or his elemental mastery because he's fucking Anemo. So it's like it's a shame. Like that's the kind of thing where it's like you just want that. Nilo, I don't like. Yeah, Nilo. Well, no, I mean the Kazuha one was you got from an event. But yeah, there definitely have been some instances where like an event weapon looks really good on them, like I get sword user. Oh, there she is. So like I gave Kuki. Yeah, it was from the story quest. So it's like, so you can 100% get it every single time, and it's clearly tied to Kazuha story wise, but it's absolutely shit on him. And like for Kuki, this event weapon matches her pretty well. But yeah, like Barbara's like one of her best 4 stars is prototype Amber, but it looks absolutely shit on her. And of course, she's wearing her summer skin. But even if without her summer skin and wearing the other skin, she still looks terrible. It looks terrible on her. But yeah, I did think you are right. Like even, this is her skin, but even with her other skin, just like a big brown weapon was just kind of stupid. Same for like Candace. Actually, I guess for Candace it's not that bad because it still has the eye and stuff like that, but still brown on her. Like she's mostly blue and black, mostly just blues and very little actual brown, so it doesn't work. So yeah, like every now and then they do it, but I do kind of ignore four stars because like a lot of 4 stars don't have a weapon that looks that good on them. Although this one looks pretty good on him. Yeah, but it also happens to work well on her. She didn't really have any other. This one maybe? That looks like her. Give him the Alley Hunter. What was the other one? I mean, I think the Alley Hunter looks amazing on Auron. Look at that. Like, it looks so fucking cool on him. It matches him perfectly. Well, appearance-wise. It's not a great weapon for him, but it looks so good. This one, I think? Oh, wait. That's not it. I think it was this one. Or is it this one? Either way. Either way, this one is just like, looks so fucking good on him. Like, it fits perfectly. There's just stuff like that. Where it's just like, it's sad. This bow actually looks good on her. The Inazuma crafted bow looks good on her. That's fine, yes. Yeah, it's just like there are some instances where it's just like sometimes you could find a 4-star weapon that looks good on a 4-star character. Sometimes the 5-star weapon doesn't look good on their respective characters. Although, I mean, to be fair, it was mostly the Inazuma characters. I think the Sino Spear looks well on him. It's like Sumeru kind of. I don't know. I mean, I would just assume it's a ratio, just to maximize. Hu Tao's kind of a weird one because you kind of have to. You want to maximize her attack. You want to maximize her attack as well as her HP, because if you get her with the Safahoma, then obviously both matter. So like, there's definitely a perfect ratio for it. Like I think 37,000 is probably too much for her. Like there's probably like a perfect stat ratio where it's just like, yeah, where you have a certain level of like you might be able to do attack percent sands and then just enough like it's like maybe if you had HP percent in every single one of these, like just to start out with, like maybe just an HP percent in everything with attack percent sands, and then everything rolling crit damage. That would be probably your best like shot. But like, it's so nuanced because you don't want to go too much in one way and forget the other way, because like Safahoma does get a percentage of your HP, but simultaneously you also want to make sure that you're boosting your attack to a certain level. So like there is a certain threshold, I'm sure, that like if you go to like these sweat lords who have like done all the math and calculations, will be like, okay, you want to make sure your Hu Tao has an HP of this. Anything above that will get diminishing returns, and that should instead go to attack. That type stuff. Like you're definitely gonna get shit like that, which is like, you know, like so maybe I didn't need it. Well, I mean, maybe I don't need an HP percent. But, I mean, that's still pretty good rolls. Like a few crit damage rolls, some flat HPs, still not the best, but not terrible. This is like, yeah, I probably don't need that HP percent. Like, it's nice to get the 20% HP, but. Wait, it is? I don't even know where to check that. I think I got pretty lucky my crit damage. Yeah, like this could be better. This is kind of shit. Like, yeah, like I could try re-rolling for stuff. Or did I take it? Did Mavica steal hers? Maybe. Actually, no. I could swap. I don't really need to. Yeah, like Hydra damage. Like, I think yeah, rolled once into flat attack. I think, but mostly in HP. Like, so obviously, if I had more crit damage on stuff, that's actually not that bad. Not terrible, but obviously an attack percent roll that I don't need. Defense, flat defense, which is like great. That's completely useless. So it's like it's not that great. But I'm not the type of person who like this is good enough, right? This is fine. 43% with the 40% buff she gets from the thing. It's 80%. That's fine. 240 is pretty good. So that's good enough. That's kind of what I get to. I get to the point where it's like, okay, cool, that's good. Because like I have a lot of characters that don't have like perfect substats and stuff, and like substat rolling at that point gets rough because it's just so. I need to build. I had on my back burner to get my Ganyu even better. But she doesn't need that much crit rate. I don't know. I don't even know where you get the percentages. I don't know where to check. Like she doesn't need that much crit rate, but the problem is I think I traded her hat to Ayaka because Ayaka needed it more. So like obviously I'm over critting with this if I get both my buffs, both the cryo resonance and the freezing enemy buffs. I mean, I gave her the Amos because it looks nice on her. This isn't terrible. That's the problem with Blizzard Strayer. I just keep rolling crit rate instead of crit damage. It's like so fucking annoying because like it's Blizzard Strayer. Like I need crit rate the least, and I just keep fucking rolling crit rate. I don't do it. Like honestly, I could probably remove this crit rate. If I had a crit damage hat, I don't know. Like I could swap too. Like I could swap artifacts. I've had this for like ever. Like I've had it forever. Like this is something I got for her years ago when I got her when she first. I got Ganyu when she first came out. So like I've had her for over 4 years. And this is. I might have gone back to her for better artifacts at a later point, but for the most part, this has like been her artifacts for a while. I think I farmed a little bit when I farmed for Ayaka, and so I might have upgraded them both a little bit. But for the most part, like these are the artifacts she's had forever. But it's like I should go back. I should farm more Blizzard Strayer. I mean, we have more artifact sets now, so. Oh yeah, and so yeah, supposedly Wanderer's Troop is kind of better for her. So I could go that. I actually haven't. I never thought of doing that. I think I actually built Tignari around that idea as well. Oops. I think I built Tignari around Wanderer's Troop. Maybe I could steal his stuff. What's his crit rate? 86. Oh, wait, no, he's 86% because it's the weapon, right? Well, I mean, the artifacts were recommendations based on usage rate. So it's based on what other people are using. So 70% use Ganyu with that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the best. It could have been the best, 5 years ago, and that's what people used for her. Or it could be that it is. Because I think it was the kind of thing where it did outperform Blizzard Strayer, but you have to have really, really good rolls. And then, of course, you have to also realize that like Wanderer's Troop and Gladiator you get from like doing all sorts of pretty much everything. So more people have that, and more people have those type of artifacts to roll. Yeah, it depends. Like for Ganyu, it was definitely one of those situations, even back then, where it was like Blizzard Strayer is better most of the time, but at a certain point with good substats, Wanderer's Troop was better for Ganyu because that bonus to charge shot damage is really good, but you need to have enough crit rate and crit damage to make up for the fact that Blizzard Strayer gives you a fuckload of crit rate. And then, of course, like Wanderer's Troop is elemental mastery too, so you need to be doing reactions and stuff. For Hu Tao, I do the witch. She's right there. Because again, I got Hu Tao at the beginning, back in the day, when she first came out. So that was pretty much the only fire set for her at the time. That's what a lot of people have too. Like realistically, I could go and refarm sets, but it's like, I don't wanna. Obviously, it's more designed for Diluc, but I mean, he came out at a time when Fiorina popped up, I think. I mean, I think he came out slightly before, and like Marchess is very useful if you can have Fiorinas or other HP reduction things. And then, of course, it's a 4-star, so people are just going to choose. Like, it's easier to do. It's easier to build. Uh, I mean, the fact is though, like it increases the like her uh, increases melt damage by 15% for her, and then it increases pyro damage by from 15% to 30% when you use her skill. Oh wait, no, maybe not 50%. You so increase it by another 7%, which is like all that she does. I mean, I have Shimenawa for her. I mean, I guess that's kind of useful. 50% increase in that. But yeah, I mean, I got Hu Tao at a time before Shimenawa came out, so I never bothered to re-roll. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then I will be back, and I will do Imaginarium because I did not realize how late in the month it was. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, turn on my treadmill. Because that Imaginarium is something that will distract me. For Hu Tao? Ah, that's surprising. Yeah, I guess you must have some really good applicators then. If they, because I mean that's the stuff. Like that's the kind of thing. Like it's so tough to tell because like obviously you need to know exactly what each point of elemental mastery does. It's like at what's the threshold for elemental mastery? Will it get to the point where it's like, oh, actually at this threshold now it beats attack percent or HP percent. I do know like HP percent obviously has like HP and attack both always going to have like elemental diminishing returns. I mean, simply because it's like the Staff of Homa is good, but Staff of Homa provides HP percent bonus, and it only converts a fraction of your HP to attack. So, like, based on how many HP things, and I assume for like the Elemental Mastery Goblet, or not Goblet, Sands, for the Elemental Mastery Sands, they probably like also have very specific number of rolls for like attack and crit. Because like I bet what they probably have is I bet all their other pieces. So it's probably Elemental Mastery Sands, but like every single piece has crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and HP percent as like the substats, or maybe some replace HP percent with Elemental Mastery or something, and then it just like rolls into only crit rate, crit damage. I could see like that being super powerful, where it's like you're getting the passive bonuses from just having the substat on the artifact without actually rolling into it, but then all your rolls go into that. So it's like, and like that kind of like the amount of grinding it would take for that would be insane. Yeah, I mean, I assume obviously if you go if you get more ranks in Staff of Homa, you're gonna get more bonus HP, and so I imagine if with more bonus HP, you can just make sure that you could maybe replace some of your initial substats HP percent with more Elemental Mastery or something. Who knows? There's some magical thresholds and quotas, but like, I mean, people like that. But I would never be that type of person. I'm just like, nope, too much farming. Like, that's why I get them good enough, because like getting them good enough is all you. Well, getting them good enough is all you really need, obviously. Yeah, I think I have too much. I think 37,000 is probably too much for Hu Tao. I'm just not sure what the good amount is. Because like artifact farming sucks. Everyone will agree artifact farming blows. But it's like it sucks even more when you have a decent set, and what you need is even more restrictive, because like it's restrictive enough as it is. Like you're going into the Crimson Witch set, it's like you have a 50% chance of just getting the wrong set, so that's completely useless. And let's just say you're looking for a better circlet. It's like, okay, well, it's 50% chance to get the wrong set, 80% chance to getting the wrong piece because you want a circlet, and then you also want like crit rate or crit damage. So it's like you only need 2 of the main stats of the like potential 5. So it's another 60% chance to get fucked that way. Yeah, I assumed my HP was too high. It felt a little too high. I just had a really good HP percent sand for her. Yeah, I mean that was the other reason why I thought my HP was too high, because my attack is only 1,000 base, just like that's low. Obviously, it'll bump up once I put her on the active team, but I assume that 1.4 attack is 1.4 attack without the Staff of Homa bonus. But like, look at that! It has 21% crit damage and crit rate and attack and HP. Now, it would have been better if it's attack percent. I have 37,000, so I have too much HP, too little attack. But.
Hircharuのお兄さんが病気になった。ヒルチャールのお兄さんが看病して。ビョンビョンビョンビョン。さよなら。 ルチャールのお兄さんが病気になった。ヒルチャールの
Okay. Treadmills all ready. Trying to get this shit started. Actually got some good elements this time, so hopefully it won't suck. I mean, it's probably not a huge. It's probably not a huge issue. I think it's just like at a certain point it would just be like, oh, if you didn't have this, like I imagine it's like in the percent differences. It's like, oh, if I had like, if those HP, if whatever was giving me those HP substats were put into other substats, it would be like, oh yeah, you'd just get an increase in like 1 or 2% damage or something like that. That's kind of what I imagine it'd be more like. But, you know, it matters. So only 5 days left to do this shit. So I don't have a bunch of characters they're giving us for free. No, well, interesting. Shit, I don't think my Landian is built that well. Yeah, and that's what kind of happens when you start hitting those thresholds where it's like, oh yeah, this is you're just not getting enough extra attack. And that's the tough thing too, is that when you see those like the top 1%, it's like it's hard to say how many top like because it's like it's one person who might have been like, you know what, I really fucking love Hu Tao, and they spent like since Hu Tao released, every single bit of resin they've had farming artifacts just for her. And so you see a bunch of people with like, oh, top 1%, but it's like it's probably different people who just like dedicated all their resources into one character. And then of course there are just going to be those people who like just dumped money into it. Or like, yep, I spent my money on resin refreshes so I could top 1% a lot of characters.
何か依頼があるのか？
Huh, that's a tough one. I need the buff. I'll need the buff some more, and I'll probably actually wait. Will I be spending more? Well, having companion random guaranteed is always nice when I need companions. How many times? Let's see. There's like three or four, and 4 types of buffs, and I rarely ever. I think I'll save more. Making companions cheaper, I think. Oh, fucking course. Yeah, at the start, when you need the most amount of fucking characters, of course, that's when you don't get any fucking characters. And I think it's absolutely dog shit. They should never, ever have 3 battle types. Like, I don't ever need the choice between 3 battle types. I need fucking characters. Stop fucking me over with this bullshit. Just give me fucking... It should always ever be restricted to 2 battle types and then 2 other things. It's absolutely trash that they try to fuck you over like that. I'm gonna try Linny, but I don't actually know how to play Linny. Oh no, I mean, like, I know what he does. I just don't know how to play him. I know what his kit is, but I don't have him, so I've never used him, so I don't know actually how to use it. I don't know how to actually implement that. Which also just makes it difficult too to like know what team members he's good for. Like, I don't think he's going to be good for Yelan because I don't think he attacks often enough for her thingies. And it's like, yeah, for charge attack, so then you need like other stuff. Maybe her. I don't know. I could just write. Actually, no. It's a. Actually, no, it's going to be a frozen. Maybe this.
やるか。
賑やかに行きましょう。任せてください。メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。やっ
拍手のご用意を。サプライズだよ。
水圧剣。
ここであんたを潰す。
面白くなってきた。
ちょっとしたトリックさ。それ。
風神様のお告げです。賑や。
行くぞ。いつ正体。注目。さあ食いしばれよ。
Yeah, it's obviously a shit team for this. Need better applicators.
やるか。
水圧剣。綺麗にしませんと。
サプライズだよ。タッチ。せい。拍手のご用意を。ピクさん、手加減なしだぜ。ここであんたを潰す。
騎士の風格に気をつけます。やっやっ。神のご加護、面白くなって。
注目。いつ正体。落ち着こう。手案。
岩の重さは水圧剣。セフィロ。
さあ食いしばれよ。
Whatever. I don't think. Yeah, obviously if I had chosen, or could I have chosen? I don't think Yoimiya was a choice last time. Yeah, if I had Yoimiya, that would have gone faster and quicker.
「指令をお出しください」。
エンジンマービカ、これより参戦する。
今回はどこに行くんだい？
よーし、頑張れよ。
Oh, it's these things. Okay, so Linny's obviously going to be trash because he's always trash. Yoimiya would be kind of good, but I actually probably need a stronger attacker, honestly. Pyro have an advantage, so obviously Mavica seems super good. Don't want to... I have no buffs, so... Oh man, that was fucking close. 2 seconds to go. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so random thing where I could boost a buff. Kind of get close. I still got a star, but I was like 2 seconds off. But I mean, I did choose Mavica, but it was still... The damage wasn't amazing. I assume they expect you to do a bunch of actual... Oh, fuck, it's the defense one. Fuck. Actually, the defense one's not super bad. Ganya's actually super useful because she draws aggro really well. Okay, so how do I get... Actually, I don't even really need Ganya. I guess I could... Oh, no, let's use Ganya. Ganya's kind of useless in bosses, anyway. Actually, Child will be useful. Ganya will be useful. Who else? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if they're gone. It's a shame I can't, just go in with less people. Wait, Pyro have an advantage? It's what? It's a Pyro thingy.
メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。
瑠璃のように落ちなさい。そう簡単。
熱々でしょ。
ふんいやいやふんはいやはふん
お触り禁止。
ふんいや
Nice and easy. Oh, dang. Not this one. I was kind of hoping for one that mattered, but... Okay, so do I need more companions? I guess so. Let's get some more. Fuck it. I'll need Emily if I'm going to do Mulaney at some later point, so let's get her now. I could do... So... Who do I have, actually? Okay, so... I could do Yoimiya. Yoimiya. Probably want Ganyu. Yoimiya, Ganyu, the Melts. Or I could do Yoimiya, Kokomi, and just stay close. Or if I'm... Or I mean, it's not a boss. Well, you know, Yoimiya's not great at bosses either, though. Actually, she's not really great at lots of mobs either, though. I think Wriothesley might actually be better. But he's gonna be a Melt. Fuck it, let's just get this. Okay, so Vaporize is going to be most used by Mavuka and... Fuck it, let's just do this. Okay, so these guys aren't actually that difficult, so let's just do this one. Because they're mostly stationary, I believe, so this will be a good Yoimiya run. She's pretty good. Let me go Barbara. Sorry, healer. I guess I don't really need a healer though. Just because she can shield, so I could do her. Rosaria. Use up all Rosaria.
仕事は排除するべきだ。
さあ働きなさい。ヒトラリー、リッツパパ言ってるで。えっこりゃえっおっとはあ祭りの開始や。
はっ眠るのよ。
手加減なしよ。口封じは任せたからね。火の用心やっふっ
次の仕事は風雪の祝舞。
悪用の力を思い知りなさい。
震えなさい。
花火見いひん。さあえっそりゃはっふっやっはったまやーえっ口封じは任せたからね。
諦めて。バーディクト。
気ぃつけるぜ。せっやっキャッチーへっえっはっおっとそりゃ
ガンオー帝君のために。部外者。
悪用の力を思い知りなさい。ふっさあはっえっやっへっおっとふっ
Okay, so cryo characters have an advantage. So, Oh, I don't have enough for buff anyway. Okay, no. Then I'm gonna try Risley, maybe? Probably shouldn't have had him for see, shit, he's my only cryo now, fuck. Or no, fuck. Shit, instant lolly, god damn it. That was stupid of me. Yeah, so Child is useless because you have no off-field cryo support. I don't have any Claymore users, though. Let's do her.
少しいいかい。寒いから気をつけろよ。
師匠の技を食らいなさ。
はっちたたふんやたはっや隙を見せるのはほんの一瞬だ。
グオパーよっ
始めよう。それさあどれよ。うわ
熱々でしょ。
いやさあ
みんなを守るからね。
逃げるなって。どれよ恐れなくていいぞ。罪に向き合うんだ。ほらほら
はっ痛いよ。ねえ助けて。食材が襲ってくる。話が通じないなら
やふんたやははは
始めよう。それうややっさあ
元気出してよ。
うらやさあ
グオパー
さうら逃げるな。どれよやうらそれさやっさ
準備できたかな。
やいって
Yeah, I'm fucked. Jeez. I just don't know how to play him. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, so it definitely keeps him down. So I definitely kind of fucked myself by not having a freeze team. Honestly, Child's pretty useless. Place him. I'd throw in Yolan.
ミュージック
少しいいかい。恐れなくていいさ。罪に向き合うんだ。はっ、ほらほら。いや。ほら。はっ。さあ。始めよう。
料理の時間だよ。
捕まえた。せっ。
はっ、いや。それ。
ウオパー師匠の技を食らいなさ。
終わりね。よし。
うわっ。さあ、寒いから気をつけろよ。少しいいかい。いや。
熱々でしょ。
かかれ。
うらっ。逃げるな。
みんなを守るからね。料理の時間だよ。
うらっ。いや。行ってください。始めよう。
痛がっちゃいないよ。
ウオパーはっ。
いや。さあ。
That game, I did better, but let's just pause. Nah, I need a break. I can't do this. It's so fucking annoying dealing with these characters who are like honestly, if I just had not fucked over and used my Rosaria, I really, really hate this kind of shit where it's like, oh, by the way, if you didn't check exactly what these monsters do and the buffs we gave them, you're fucked. Basically what happened last time. This is not like so bad. Like, basically the only reason I'm having even an issue is because I'm trying to use shit characters first, so I don't use them up early. Which is just how it always is. It's always like, yeah, you have some good characters, you don't want to use them because you actually need them at a harder boss. Okay, well, I got some sort of buff too. Yeah. I just want to use them. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll see how I do. But yeah, I'm gonna take a... Even though I got on the treadmill. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I'm like, what? No, I haven't been on the treadmill for 2 hours. I usually use stream time for how long I've been walking, but fuck, I did it in the middle. Okay, well, I'm going to take a little break from this, but when I say a break from this, I just mean literally from this. I'll be logging in less than a minute or two into Zenless Zone Zero to do my dailies there as well. I will be back on shortly. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.